Y'all seeing this tea and this Nutraverse all over the internet because it works. Folks are losing weight and getting healthy. Please do not get left out. You want to try these products? Drop down in the description box and buy your tea today. Girl, what in the hell are you waiting for? What's going on, everybody? It's the dog, Miss Funky Dineva Ross, and I've got on the line none other than the newbie to Married to Medicine, the giant slayer, the heavenly killer, Dr. Kendra. Y'all say hello to Dr. Kendra.
Everybody, thank you for having me and thank you for waiting. I'm sorry for the delay.
I saw you doing. I saw you. What were you doing? A lot of press today, I imagine.
Well, today, because I have an off day, so I decide, do everything, knock everything out, and do all my, women's health, empowerment, education. I'm just passionate about that.
I get it.
Forgive me, and we had technical.
Girl, listen, you're fine. You saved the best for last, and we finna get down to it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So, yeah, and let's get this thing started. So. Season 1, you were nowhere around, right? How did you come to be affiliated with the show?
So, season 1, it was a while ago. They did reach out to me, but due to my job circumstance, I couldn't be a part of it, and it was probably for the best because I was working a lot, and now that I've done something like this, it's a commitment, and so. So I just like, whatever, and didn't even watch the show. It was like, whatever, okay. I'm not on it. Like, and so then, so I got pregnant and I actually went to, what we call a pre-operative appointment. And lo and behold, the doctor was Dr. Cole, as we know her as Dr. Britton. And so we immediately hit it off because I am a crazy patient.
Okay.
And so I liked her immediately because she wasn't having all that. She wasn't having all that I do. And she kind of calmed my nerve. She, because I'm a high risk patient, and she reassured me that everything's going to be okay. And we clicked from that moment. And then she said that she's on a show, Married to Medicine LA. And because I didn't watch it, I was like, get out of here. So I figured that, things were aligning. Right. And I did the show basically on maternity leave. So everything happens as it should. Everything has its time and it has its place. And so here I am, newbie. Season 2 is over, and here we are.
So let's get down to it. We get introduced to you. This is like one of your first nights out. You got your gold outfit on. You coming to the party. You coming to have a good time. This filming shit is new to you, and then bam, this shit happens with Heavenly. Like what was going through your mind?
That I wasn't having it. I wasn't having none of the bullshit. That is exactly what was going through my mind. And I have a strong personality, and all my girlfriends were all type A's, and Heavenly is definitely a boss ass. And what she said, what I said, and we got over it. So, there you have, that's the short version.
So, in fairness, it was tacky as hell what she said. However, you'd be lying if you said you never heard the stereotype or the joke before. So
Absolutely. absolutely. Like, and I am a girl's girl. I'm a gynecologist, and what do? We talk about penises. We talk about white penis, Asian penis, the black D. Like, so that's why I don't hold grudges. I understand it, but in that circumstance, the mind frame, I don't know you.
Right.
Like, I mean, my name is Kendra. I'm from Los Angeles, California. You know what I mean? That's all you know. And so that's just my knee-jerk reaction to a bitch I don't know. You know, but now that I know, I mean, Heavenly, you know, not only does she give it, she can take it. And that is somebody I can rock with, because if you can give it, but you can take it. And you can say that, you know what, this is, my mouth gets me in trouble, da 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 da. And like I said, I don't hold grudges, because I would be a damn lie if I sat here and be like, oh my God, like, you know, Asian men are known for small penis. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So no, we got through, we talked about it, and we're good.
Well, it definitely was great television. So listen, I'm glad that you told us that you were filming on maternity leave. The show chronicles you trying to get back to work. And I remember looking at the show thinking, well, damn, you know, the average woman would love to be able to sit home for a year with her baby. And I remember stories of my friends crying the day they had to go back to work and leave their baby, or to just even be in the financial situation where their husbands say, stay home with the baby. Why were you so pressed to get back to work?
You know, looking at the show, because when you're filming, you don't know how you sound, you don't know how you look, you know. So looking at it, you know, I got a lot of messages from women, you know, like, listen to your husband, like, he knows what he's talking about, you know, especially now that what's going on in my life now. I'm working too much, but I made promises. I made promises while I was pregnant. You just don't trust a pregnant woman. So when we were having these important discussions, we could have had it before I got pregnant. Because a woman has a right, it's her prerogative, first of all, to change her mind. And then you're talking to a pregnant woman, I'm going to say, yeah. Because pregnancy brain is real. And then as soon as I had her, I'm thinking, you know what? Nah, I breach this contract now. Like, I need to go back, because I was losing myself. You know, I spent a good 3 months with just me, no nanny. My mommy, she had to bogart her way, as I was telling somebody earlier, to come actually take the baby away from me, because I was hoarding hard. And so going from that extreme, I said, you know what? I feel weird. I just want to go back to work to feel like myself. So lesson learned, don't make any promises. Real conversations need to happen before pregnancy.
And so by no means am I qualified whatsoever to diagnose anything. But do you feel like there may have been some postpartum in there?
Postpartum blues, postpartum depression. I feel that it's normal.
Okay.
I don't feel that I was at a level of pathology where you would actually give me that diagnosis. And I think that it's a spectrum. And I want, this is important, like, aside from the kikiing, it's a spectrum. You know, a lot of times people think, oh, you either have it or you don't. No. It's a spectrum. Postpartum depression is here. And all of us women, because the hormonal changes, and I was breastfeeding, it's somewhere here. So I didn't have the definition, but I'm on the spectrum. And all women are. And that's why postpartum is now 1 year. Before it was 6 weeks or 8 weeks. So damn it, like, heart is now 1 year and 1 month. And funky Dineva, I'm starting to feel like my old self again. Okay, I'm wearing a crop top. Okay, I'm wearing a crop top right now.
There it is. And we're gonna get to your weight loss journey.
I'm wearing a crop top now, so I'm starting to feel like myself again. And heart's 1 year and 1 month. So short answer, no, I didn't have postpartum depression, but did I have aspects of it, moments of it? Yes, I did.
Did you feel any mommy guilt when you went back to work?
Hell yeah. Then I went back to being crazy again. Like I was like, okay, Kendra, you're weak. You know, I started telling everybody that women who stay home, and I never allow women to say, when I ask, what do you do? I'm just a mom. I'm like, no, bitch. No, bitch. Right. You are taking care of human beings 24/7. There's no off day and there's no off button. Okay, so I hate to hear that because I learned that staying home full time with kids, and I feel so sorry, my heart goes out to people who are in this pandemic and they're at home with kids. Like, pray for them. Let's take a moment of silence. You know, here, I'll have a.
So sad. So in going back to work, did you become that crazy mean bitch that Hobart predicted that you would be because you would be so busy at work and then come home and take it out on him and the baby? Did you become that girl? The truth, Kendra?
You know what? No, that didn't happen immediately. But I'm going to be honest here, you know, and it's happening now.
Okay.
This pandemic, this COVID pandemic, you know, people are taken out. So my coworkers are having to be quarantined because they're testing positive. So I'm working a whole lot more. I'm working more than full time right now. Okay.
What's your current work schedule?
I am post call right now. Like, so I'm able to do all this because I came home in the morning.
Gotcha.
So I am now that bitch. I am now everything that Hobart was talking about months ago. And he said to me the other day, he was like, don't tell me that you missed out on his toddler years. I don't want to hear it. He said, you don't want to hear shit. And I said, that's unfair because I'm called to duty. We're in war right now. So I am called to duty. So that's why people kind of saying, oh, this corona is a conspiracy. No, I got all this acne right here. I put makeup on because I'm wearing a mask like all the time. So this is real, people. This ain't about politics. This shit is real. So that's what I get pissed about.
What is your current work schedule?
So right now I'm full time, and I take basically shifts on if somebody gets sick. Okay, because now the healthcare staff, what's lacking now is healthcare people to take care of these people, you know, of the patients. So that's, and I'm bobbing and weaving because I don't want to get my mother sick, my grandmother sick, my father, and God forbid, heart.
And so I imagine Hobart has the same schedule. What type of medicine does he practice?
He's internal medicine.
Okay, so I'm assuming he's equally as busy.
That's why so right now my mother is the MVP. She's the MVP. I owe her. I need to take her on a trip. She got cabin fever. She likes to travel. That lady has a lot of energy. So she has been stepping up because even my nanny, she succumbed to COVID. So there's a point where I didn't see Heart for 3 weeks. You know, so this is real. You know what I'm saying? Tell them.
It is. Do you and Hobart plan on having any more children?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No, absolutely.
And is that a mutual decision, or that's a Kendra decision, or?
It's an executive decision. An executive decision.
I dig it. So good thing to hear that your mom is helping out. We got introduced to your mom. And I must say, if I was that caterer, I'd have cussed your mama out. Either you're going to let me cook the damn food, or you're going to get your ass out this kitchen. Like, she's like, that's not how you make the sticky rice. That's not how. And he was trying his hardest to be as polite as possible. but you could tell that man wanted to wring your mother's neck.
It was bad. They made it look not so bad, but it was really bad. And I commend Joe for being respectful, because I thought he was going to lose it, because she got in there and she took over. And I said, Mommy, you didn't even want to cook. What's up with that? So I just appreciate Joe, because I believe out of respect of that she's my mother, he was just taking it. But he was up to, I mean, he was like, what is this? I came here to cook. We're on a time limit, and my mother is just correcting, taking it from him. I mean, it was a lot that you didn't see. And I'm telling her, I'm like, Mommy, like, you know, why did you say no? You know, she's like, well, because she didn't feel like it. But when she saw it, when she came in the kitchen, then all of a sudden she wanted to show, you know, him and do it right. I'm like, but you know what? That's not your job. I just, you know, just be there to help out and just hang out. That's what I grew up. That is what I grew up with.
You know, it's funny because you show up in the world as a Black woman, as a blackity Black woman. And when we met your mom is this little Asian woman, you know, like by all definitions of the little Asian woman. And I was shocked to see that. But considering the fact that you are blackity black, and Hobart is an Asian man, like textbook Asian man.
Ethnically Asian, like I mean, you know what I mean? Ethnically Asian.
Is that what binds you guys, the difference, or does that cause a lot of tension and friction between the two of you?
So this is a good point to make, because, you know, there's a lot of people that are biracial. So, you know, being mixed, it comes in different forms. And so, you know, I represent, you know, the mix. It doesn't look like a mix. You know what I mean? You know, and then my last name is Segura. So a lot of people think, you know, that I'm Hispanic, in which that's true, because my dad is Afro-Cuban. So you know, all my life, you know, I get like, what are you? You know, but people know it's Black something. You know what I'm saying? And so, but culturally, because I was raised, you guys didn't get to meet my grandmother, because I was really raised by my grandmother. Okay, because my mother was gone; she was working. Okay, so all the foods that I eat, my culture is very in touch with the Asian culture. Okay. So, you know, so I'm a bit peculiar if you don't know that, oh, you know, Kendra, you know, her mother's not Black. Like, she's raised by her grandmother, and is her grandmother from her mama's side. So even though me and Hobart outwardly look completely different, we don't look right together. It looks like I'm just, you know, I told somebody the other day that people used to think that, you know, I was his prostitute, his escort, you know?
Wow.
Yeah. You know, you get a lot of Chinese businessmen, and especially when we, you know, our favorite places is Vegas, and people just wouldn't fathom that he would marry a Black woman. You see what I'm saying? And so culturally, me and him have a lot of things in common. So it's not far-fetched. Like, oh, you know, what, Kendra, are you okay? Like, was that a major adjustment? Not at all.
No, not really. Glad you broke that down. So, you know, something else that we chronicled on the show was your weight loss journey. You showed us your crop top. In my notes, my question is, how are you doing with that?
I'm looking for the Lane Bryant campaign.
Yes, God, bitch. Yes.
Hit me up. You know, I'm 40. I had a baby at 39. I'm busy working all the time. This is challenging. You know, I can't fit nothing in my closet. And so I'm really focused on getting healthy. You know, I was a pre-diabetic. You know, I had gestational diabetes during pregnancy. So I don't have a choice but to get healthy. And I want to let everybody know it's not about snapping back. It's also about me not getting diabetes. I got Black neck. You know, if y'all can see, you know, so that means insulin resistant. So I need to just get overall back on track with my health. And so, yeah, so I'm excited. I already lost like 9 pounds, and I have much more to go.
So speaking about what's in your closet, what was going through your mind when messy ass Shanique sitting in your living room reveals that Leah said something about your jumpsuit?
You know, I was hurt. Like
Uh-huh.
I was emotional. You know, my breasts were engorged. I was leaking, and then I didn't know what was going to come out of her mouth. She caught me off guard. She caught me completely off guard. And me and Leah, I like Leah. Like
Uh-huh.
me and Leah, we hit it off. So when she dropped that bomb on me,
Mhm.
I really wasn't looking at Shanique. I was looking at Leah. Like,
Yeah.
I like you. Like, I
Right.
like you. You're my home. We connected.
Uh-huh.
We're both daddy's girls. Like, we connect on so many different levels.
Mhm.
So I was really kind of focused on Leah. And later on, I had to realize, like, wait a second. Look how it was delivered.
Right.
Look at what people were telling me that Shanique had her foot up on the chair. I didn't see that because all I could hear was that
my friend said something
my
about
my friend was talking shit about my bomb ass outfit, and I look cute. So my friend has horrible fashion sense, and she's talking about me. I'm like, what? This is my friend. But afterwards, I had to think about it, and I saw the clip. She had her foot up on my chair. Me and Shanique, we had a dinner together alone. Like you're schooling me. You letting me know about the girls. Why couldn't you tell me that? Like, why did you
do it that way?
Why did you do it that way? So I commend Leah because she was straight up. Like me and her went like this and we handled that. And then I started thinking, wait a minute, Kendra, you're thinking about this all wrong. Look, what is Shanique doing? What is she trying to do? And I talked to her with that. Me and her had actually a hard conversation that they didn't air. Mm-hmm. And she revealed to me some of the things of why she's kind of the way she is. And so I said, okay, you know what? We can move forward, but all this messy junior high shit, like this has to end. This has to stop.
And it very much so came off that way. And it's funny because I remember the expression on Leah's face, and it was like, I want to defend this, but I'm grown and really don't have time for this bullshit. And I'm embarrassed. And we're in this lady's house. And at this age, I just don't even know how to engage this. And Shanique knew all of what she was doing when she dropped that bomb. And I must say, it made for great TV. It was great.
But I was hurt. I want to let you, I was hurt. And I'm just looking at Leah. I was looking at her like Leah, is this true? Like, why would she make this announcement? And I know because like we all like Leah, but she's saying y'all don't know her like I do. That's what she was saying. I'm thinking, I don't know none of y'all bitches, and all y'all need to leave. Britain, you got me fucked up, Brit. Like these girls are not that. I was literally ready to cut everybody off at that point.
So sticking to your weight loss journey as a medical professional, is it even healthy the way Jasmine eats? Is that even healthy?
You know what? Oh God, that is so funny. You know what? I respect Jasmine. Let me just say this. She was a competitive, what is that? Miss Fitness, So I really don't know what they do in their world. You know what I mean? Like if you think about it, she was a competitive athlete. And at that level, I'm sure they all do some shit, So that is actually why I asked her to kind of help jumpstart me into my health journey, because I used to be an athlete many moons ago. So when she told me that she actually competed, I knew right then and there, you're on a different level. So when I did start to see how extreme she was, I said, okay, you know what? I'm not training. I ain't going to be no Miss Fitness. I'm just trying to be Miss Cute. That's all I'm trying to do. I just want to be Miss Cute. And you're giving me stuff. I feel this for competitors.
Right.
Okay. And so, of course, as far as a regular diet, no, yes, that. So, but she's keeping that same lifestyle. She's on a strict regimen diet, and that's why she looks good. everyone sees a beautiful girl, but I see a woman who is driven.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you have that type of body and you have no off days, that's where me and her clash.
Mm-hmm.
I have off days. I work hard and I play hard.
Mm-hmm.
And when I found out that she didn't want me to have off days, this is where it's starting to be like, yo, this is turning into a nightmare, you know? So my hat is off to her. But just like I tell my patients, for every patient, there's a doctor that fits for you. And for every person who wants to go on a health journey, you have to find a person that kind of is in tune with what you're doing. Because I was doing too much. I was working, had a baby, and I'm breastfeeding. I can't come with, you know, a thimble. You know what I'm saying? My milk production went down every time I tried to just, you know, not eat as much, you know, and hard.
It was a great pairing. Especially, you know, for TV purposes, it was a great pairing to see you two. I would have loved to have seen this prolonged accountability partner situation. Opening credits of season 3, Kendra snatched, crop top, you know, all this type of stuff. But realistically, do you ever see yourself getting to a point where you're not eating cornbread, not drinking Coca-Cola, not eating a scoop of macaroni and cheese? And I probably can answer that question for you and say no.
I've stopped the Coca-Cola, but like I said, when it's time for me to be off, like I'm about to go on vacation real soon, and I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat. Okay, so you know, yeah. So it's never going to be extreme. I'm always going to have my hands in some macaroni and cheese and some cornbread, but that's the way I want to do it. You know what I mean? And so, you know, I have to give a shout out to Jasmine because she still keeps up with me, still gives me recommendations. So she's still there, but now she's there as a friend.
Did it do anything to your esteem, or did you feel embarrassed when you guys were eating and she tried to take stuff from you, or you shouldn't be doing this, like chastising you in front of the girls? How did that make you feel?
I was in shock. Like, so we're at Shanique's birthday party, and I was late because I was coming from the hospital, you know, and I was just thinking, I was looking forward to, you know, it's going to be some good food, you know? And again, I didn't know that she didn't want me to have any off days. So that horseback ride thing was a nightmare. You know, I worked up an appetite because I was like using my core, the inner thigh muscles on that horse. And so I was super hungry, and I was just shocked when she was like, you can't have any off days. And she took my cornbread. And I think the shock, I didn't do anything because I'm like, oh my God, like you're Shanique's birthday party? Like really? And looking back when I watched it, I mean, you could see it on my face. Like it just was, I was embarrassed. It was just like, wow. So I'm so fat, you know, I'm so fat that I can't eat cornbread, but everybody else can. Like it was, I was in shock. And I realized that night that she's super hardcore. You know, she's like that with her mama too. Like,
so her intentions were pure.
Yes.
Her delivery was just misinterpreted by not only you, but the viewer as well. Because it did come off mean. Just how you said it, it was like, yeah, you too fat, you don't need to be drinking nothing with sugar. You too fat, you don't need to be eating cornbread. That is how
everybody else was, you know, laughing. You know, when you're hungry and you can't have something and somebody eating something and they're laughing, they look happier. So I was just like, wow, you know, but her intentions is that she wanted me to reach her goal. You know, she's driven.
Which was her goal, but not your goal. Get it? Have you met the bitch husband?
He's like a mystery. He's a star to me. Like if I ever lay my eyes on him, you know what I mean?
Like, at this point, is the husband even real?
I didn't smell him. I haven't seen him. I haven't heard him.
When you were at the house, did you see any shoes at the front door? I mean, did you?
Nothing.
Lord have mercy. Well, I guess that's what'll take us into season 3. So who, if anybody, do you hang with outside of the show?
Leah, for sure.
Okay.
From Britain, and me and Amani, Amani has come see me at my office. We kind of all keep in touch. And like I said, Jasmine, she keeps tabs on me to make sure that, if I need anything as far as any advice over meal prep and anything to replace, she got me off Coke, Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. Okay.
Coca-Cola.
Okay. And so, so like I just like our relationship now because like I said, it's from a distance as far as friendship with my health and well-being.
Right. So as we prepare, hopefully, with COVID for season 3, what dynamic of your life or your friendships or what you've got going on would you like to see the show explore?
I definitely like, my health journey because let's be honest, this shit ain't gonna happen overnight.
Right.
This shit is hard. Okay. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it taps into just how I feel about myself, trying to get back to, I'll never get back to how little I was, but I need to get back to some place where I feel comfortable with myself because again, Hobart, he met me as a confident woman, but I'm different now. I'm a mother now, I'm different and just still probably exploring, what I'm going to finally do with my job situation, and right now I'm still not saying Hobart is right. And just me being a little bit more like how I used to, but better because I'm a mom now. You know what I mean? So,
good for you.
Please.
Good for you. Dr. Kendra.
You need to know the girls. I mean, you know what I mean? Like people need to loosen up, shake it up.
Shake it up a little bit.
You know what I mean? Like,
and let the real you out. Let us know what's going on. Let us know, where is your husband? Like what is really going on with this man? And it's funny, and I said this, I am of the personal belief, and this is not a Jasmine interview, so I probably shouldn't even be having this conversation with you, but I'm going to have it anyway. Yeah, I am of the personal belief that he just doesn't want to be a part of the show. He doesn't want to do reality television, and that is fine and well. I just wish somebody would come out and say that so we could just put this to bed. I just wish somebody would come.
She said it. She didn't say it.
It didn't come across my purview.
Okay, well that's basically, and it's not for everybody. I mean, I wasn't going to do this. I'm very private, and it's tough having that camera there, and shit gets real. The shit gets real because it's real life stuff. So it's not for everybody. So I, and that's why I don't really kind of press her because I don't take offense. Like, oh, he don't want to meet me. Like, I'm cute. Like, you don't want to see me. Like, but I just think that, he doesn't want to be seen, and that's fine. Or it's something else. Like, I just met the girl. So
right. So you don't know. It's just odd because I've talked to several members of the cast, and it's one thing to not see him on camera, but it's another to be able to say, oh, but we went for drinks and my husband and her husband sat down and we chat all the time. It's like, no, on and off camera, nobody has seen this mystery man.
That's a good point. And I told Jasmine, that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the drinks off camera.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking forward to that because, we have this relationship. And when you have a clique of girls, like, you can't ignore that you have kids. You can't ignore that you have a husband. So that is what I actually told her, that, you know what, in due time, I'm just shocked that some of the girls who've known her longer haven't really seen him, but Britton's seen him. Hasn't really kicked it hard, but she's seen him because that's real life. So I am looking forward to the off camera, turn up time, and, I'm going to get his autograph.
I hope at some point we can get a speakerphone call of him just saying, hey, babe, what are you making for dinner or something, just to put the mystery to rest, because Jasmine treats you guys and us like we're fucking crazy for inquiring, where the fuck is your husband? And we're at your house at a damn Christmas party, and we have not seen him at all for the 16, 18, 19 weeks we've been filming. Like, I'm not crazy for inquiring, where is this lady's husband?
But you know what? I didn't watch, like, they show when we had dinner in Palm Springs. And, at that dinner, she was saying that, give her time, give her time. He has a lot going on. And she, shared some things, like things that she got hurt in the past, to kind of tell us why she's taking so long to open up all the avenues of her life.
Understood.
So I don't know if they aired that or not, but that's why I'm cool with giving her space, because I know, we're meeting each other and we all have past hurts. So like I said, I'm looking forward to actually the off-camera thing, hanging out, and and Hobart and him can chat it up, see what's going on.
It is. Well, Dr. Kendra, I must say I have really enjoyed this conversation. You are somebody that I was just dying to talk to as the newbie, as the girl that came on and refused to be hazed. You let these bitches know who you were off rip. You held your own. You're one of the fan favorites. So I definitely am thankful for your time, and just thank you for doing this.
Funky Dineva, I can't let this in without telling you that my sister, her name is Nina. She is a huge fan of yours, and she watches TV. I don't have time to watch TV, but she told me, when I told her that, I'm actually going to go through with it, she was like, well, you know what? Funky Dineva is going to review the show, and he's going to let me know if it's good or not. And I was like, Dineva. She goes, you're gonna know who he is. So could you just tell Nina hi? Could you give her a special message?
Where is laid like Dr. Kendra's sister Nina, honey? Yes, God, Miss Nina, you better put her on the dog, because the dog gives all the reality TV show reviews like none other can. Miss Nina, I love you for the support. I love you for loving me and for sharing your sister with me and the Funky Bunch. Miss Nina, I love you, girl.
Oh, I love you. She is going to out. I can't.
Dr. Kendra, tell everybody what you got coming up next and where they can find you.
So find me on, everything's the same, IG, Facebook, Instagram at Dr. Kendra MD, and also find me at Doctors Ken and 10. Me and Britton, we are having real life discussions, everything from health, women, marriage, silly things, politics, current events, medicine, and we're coming out with some apparel. We're doing some big things, so keep an eye out on that. And Atlanta, be ready for me, because I'm coming. I'm coming.
Dr. Kendra, everybody. Dr. Kendra, thank you so much.
Thank you, Funky Dineva. I'll see you soon again.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.